We seem obsessed with success. We chase it relentlessly, often without questioning why. From the moment we wake up, we are driven by an invisible force, pushing us to achieve more, to be more. But what if success is a trap? What if the very thing we strive for is the source of our confinement? What if our relentless pursuit of achievement is actually a form of self-oppression? We often overlook the toll it takes on our mental and physical health. This is the provocative question posed by Korean-German philosopher Byung-Chul Han in his seminal work, The Burnout Society. Han argues that we are living in a new era of exploitation, one that is more subtle and pervasive than ever before. Han argues that we are living in a new era of exploitation. This is not the familiar oppression of external forces like capitalism or authoritarianism. Instead, it is a more insidious form of self-exploitation. We have become both the oppressor and the oppressed. Instead, it is a more insidious form of self-exploitation. We have internalized the pressure to perform, to optimize, to achieve. This internal pressure is relentless. We have internalized the pressure to perform, to optimize, to achieve. We are constantly measuring ourselves against an ever-rising bar of success. We have become our own taskmasters. The expectations we place on ourselves are often more demanding than any external pressure. This internal pressure is relentless. It follows us everywhere, from our workplaces to our homes, even into our leisure activities. We are constantly bombarded with messages telling us we are not enough, not productive enough, not successful enough, not happy enough. Social media amplifies these feelings, creating a perpetual cycle of comparison and inadequacy. We strive for more, pushing ourselves to the limit, only to find that the finish line keeps moving. The goalposts of success are always just out of reach. The result is a society of exhausted, burnt-out individuals. We are left wondering if the pursuit of success is worth the cost to our well-being. Han describes our current social condition as the Burnout Society. We are a society on the verge of collapse, not from external threats, but from within. We are burning ourselves out in the pursuit of unattainable ideals. We are slaves to our own ambition. This burnout manifests in various ways: anxiety, depression, insomnia, chronic fatigue, and a general sense of emptiness and meaninglessness. We are always on, constantly connected and available. We have lost the ability to disconnect, to relax, to simply be. This constant pressure to perform is taking its toll. We are sacrificing our health, our relationships, and our very humanity on the altar of achievement. We have become cogs in a machine of our own making, trapped in a cycle of work and consumption. We live in a society that celebrates freedom. We are told that we can be anything we want to be, achieve anything we set our minds to. But Han argues that this freedom is an illusion. He contrasts our situation with earlier societies, where oppression was largely external. Think of the feudal serf bound to the land, or the factory worker under the watchful eye of the foreman. In those societies, the source of oppression was clear. Today the lines are blurred. We are free in the sense that we are not subject to the same overt forms of coercion. However, we have internalized the pressure to perform. We have become our own overseers. This internal pressure is driven by what Han calls the achievement imperative. We live in a society that values achievement above all else. Our worth is measured by what we produce, how much we earn, and how successful we appear to be. This achievement imperative is deeply ingrained in our culture. It is reinforced by our education system, our media, and even our families. From a young age, we are taught to strive for success, to compete with others, and to see ourselves as projects to be optimized. This relentless focus on achievement leaves little room for anything else. We sacrifice our passions, our relationships, and our own well-being in the pursuit of success. But even when we achieve our goals, the satisfaction is often fleeting. There is always another mountain to climb, another goal to achieve. Han argues that this self-exploitation is further exacerbated by the rise of the surveillance society. We are constantly monitored and tracked, both online and offline. Our every move, every click, every purchase is recorded and analyzed. This constant surveillance creates a culture of self-censorship and conformity. We are afraid to deviate from the norm, to express our individuality, or to challenge the status quo. We internalize the gaze of the panopticon, becoming both the prisoner and the guard. This self-surveillance extends to our personal lives. We curate our online personas, presenting an idealized version of ourselves to the world. We compare ourselves to others, constantly seeking validation and approval. The result is a pervasive sense of inadequacy and anxiety. Section 6. The optimization of leisure. Even our leisure time has become infected by the achievement imperative. We no longer know how to relax and enjoy ourselves without feeling the need to be productive. Our vacations are meticulously planned, our hobbies monetized, and our relaxation techniques optimized for maximum efficiency. We post pictures of our exotic vacations on social media, seeking validation and envy. We track our steps, calories, and sleep patterns, striving for peak performance even in our downtime. Leisure has become just another arena for self-optimization. This inability to disconnect and truly relax is a symptom of the Burnout Society. We are so accustomed to being on that we have forgotten how to simply be. We are afraid of boredom, of silence, of being alone with our thoughts. Section 7. The mental health crisis. It is no coincidence that we are witnessing a mental health crisis alongside the rise of the Burnout Society. The demands of modern life have become overwhelming, leaving many feeling isolated and exhausted. Rates of anxiety, depression, and suicide are skyrocketing, particularly among young people. This alarming trend is a clear indication that something is fundamentally wrong with the way we are living our lives. We are a generation suffering from a profound sense of emptiness and despair. Despite being more connected than ever through technology, we feel more alone and disconnected from ourselves and each other. This mental health crisis is a direct result of the pressures we face in the modern world. The constant barrage of information, the never-ending to-do lists, and the societal expectations to always be productive are taking a severe toll on our mental health. The constant pressure to perform, the fear of failure, and the relentless pursuit of success, all of these factors take a toll on our mental and emotional well-being. We are caught in a vicious cycle where the more we strive for success, the more we feel inadequate. The irony is that our pursuit of happiness and fulfillment is often what leads to our unhappiness. We chase after external markers of success, such as wealth, status, and recognition, believing they will bring us joy, but they often leave us feeling empty. We are so busy chasing after external markers of success that we neglect our own inner lives. We forget to nurture our relationships, our passions, and our sense of purpose. This neglect leads to a deep sense of dissatisfaction and a loss of meaning in our lives. We have lost touch with our values, our passions, and our sense of purpose. To address this crisis, we need to reevaluate what truly matters to us and make a conscious effort to prioritize our mental and emotional well-being. By reconnecting with ourselves and each other, we can begin to heal and find a sense of balance and fulfillment in our lives. It is time to shift our focus from external achievements to inner peace and well-being. Section 8. The value of rest and refusal. So, what is the solution? In a world that constantly demands more from us, how do we find balance and peace? Han suggests that we need to rediscover the value of rest and refusal. This isn't just about taking a break, it's about a fundamental shift in how we view our time and our lives. We need to resist the pressure to constantly optimize and achieve. The relentless pursuit of productivity can leave us feeling empty and exhausted. We need to learn to say no to the demands of the modern world and to prioritize our own well-being. This means setting boundaries and understanding that it's okay to not always be available. This means carving out time for ourselves, for activities that bring us joy and nourish our souls. Whether it's painting, playing music, or simply sitting in silence, these moments are crucial. It means disconnecting from the digital world and reconnecting with ourselves and the world around us. In a society that values constant connectivity, this can be a radical act. It means resisting the tyranny of the urgent and embracing the importance of the present moment. By doing so, we can find a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment. This is not about laziness or apathy. It's about making a conscious choice to value our time and our well-being. It is about recognizing our own limits and prioritizing what truly matters. By doing so, we can avoid burnout and live more balanced lives. It is about reclaiming our time and energy so that we can live more fulfilling and meaningful lives. In the end, it's about finding harmony within ourselves and with the world around us. Section 9. Rethinking Success. Ultimately, Han's work is a call to rethink our definition of success. Is success really about accumulating wealth, status, and achievements? Or is it about living a life of purpose, connection, and well-being? Perhaps true success lies in our ability to resist the seductive allure of the Burnout Society. Perhaps it lies in our willingness to embrace rest, to cultivate stillness, and to find joy in the simple things. Perhaps it lies in our courage to define success on our own terms. The choice is ours. We can continue down the path of burnout and exhaustion, or we can choose a different path, one that prioritizes our well-being, our relationships, and our own unique definition of a life well lived.